Oh, hey, I'm just reading this Spawn comic while I was getting ready to film the next Cocktales. Sometimes I'm a giving person, and I spawn sexual encounters for other people.
It's time to start the show, it's time to start the show. Ready, go!
In keeping with the theme of being generous, we're going to be making some margarita smoothies today with a bunch of fruits that I like. Because fuck you, I don't care what fruits you like, your grapefruit can go shove itself up my ass. Not my ass, that would hurt. Somebody else's ass. That's much better. So when you have margaritas, what do you do with them? You share. And when you have a gift with women, what do you do with it? You share, ladies and gentlemen, because sharing is caring. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start blending some shit up. So as a person who always eats their dessert first, I'm gonna start with the best part, which is of course the tequila. That's gonna be good. Margarita mix. And now to cut up some veggies. They're not veggies, they're fruit. Let's cut up some fruit instead. Because if I had vegetables in here, it would be fucking disgusting. Now, I don't know if you see what I see here, but that looks like some kind of, I don't know, maybe a butt where this is the back, or maybe a vajayjay, or even like a little tiny penis with huge balls. I'm going to be fingering these peaches out of here. It's squishy and a little bit sticky. So slimy. Sometimes you have to put in 2 fingers to get the job done. I am going to come back after having put, oh you know what, fuck it. Just fuck it. That'll do for now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna thicken this bad boy up with a little bit of the nanners. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have whipped up a frenzy of flesh tones and wetness that's gonna be great fun for everybody throughout the night. The astute observer will notice that this is a beer glass. The fascist pricks will be mad that it's a beer glass. Now, of course, as always, we're gonna have to garnish this bitch with the rest of the banana. I guess I live with a giant batch of pussies. I'm the only one still kicking. Much like the story I'm about to tell, one of the key players has decided to bail. And that is the tequila. 'Cause we drank that whole bottle, y'all. So I'm left with beer. I'm starting to think that I might be drunker than I originally thought that I was. So I show up to this party, there's a bunch of dudes, and there's a bunch of chicks, everybody's single. So I decided, as a casual bystander who wasn't really that interested in trying to get any himself, that I should start stirring up the pot and see what comes out. So I did just that. You can tell that everybody is blah blah blah, I'm here because I hope that there's genitals that are different from mine, that I can touch with my genitals. Boys and girls alike, they both want it. It's like you want to talk about sex with people who might be sexy partners, but you don't want to just come out and say, hey, I saw you and I think that your face is nice and I want to cram both of my fists up your singular vagina. Nom nom leftovers, peace. Basically, we started playing cards, and I started very, very subtly introducing sex into the mix. Now, you see, the trick here is that I'm not trying to convince any of these ladies to touch my pee-pee. So it doesn't matter if I look like an asshole. I could just say whatever I want, and if it doesn't work, then I lose nothing. It doesn't affect me at all. But what I did do is I stirred up a frenzy of lady parts. Just, I guess the word waterfalls comes to mind. It got juicy in there. Is that too graphic? It's probably too graphic. You should cut that. Not gonna cut that. So, after everybody got sufficiently liquored up, sort of paired off into their groups. When I say groups, I mean sexual partnerships. So, before I left, Keith got really drunk. His roommate had just broken up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was on kind of a tear. She was trying to prove to the world that I'm single, y'all. I can do whatever I want, motherfuckers. And Keith literally put his hand all the way up around the corner. Do you see what I'm getting at? In the pants from the backside. up in touching her front parts. Is that subtle enough? I don't know. But his girlfriend was there, and he was too drunk to remember that, and they got in a big fight, y'all. It was bad. It was super bad. But she was such a nice lady that they didn't fight about it until after the party was done, which I thought was weird. Because if it was me, I would have been probably super pissed off right there. The same girl who he gave the up and under to was trying to get all up on my man bits, and she was showing me her taters. They were more like tater tots. They weren't that big. Kind of who cares? You know what I mean? You seen one pair, you want to see them all. So there were a bunch of girls there, but there weren't quite enough for all the dudes that were there. That was the problem. Jiminy was getting kind of one of the first pieces of asses that he actually got in his life. Wasn't the first, wasn't the last, but it was one of the first. And then there was this other kind of, what do you call him? Whorebag. This other whorebag. I don't know if I specified enough how much I had set people up, but it was a lot. Like I was making pairings. This person, go with this person. Oh, you look like a whore. Here's two people who don't care about a relationship. You could both make a Chinese finger trap out of that person. I don't know. If that's what she wants. I'm not saying she has to do it. I'm just saying if that's what she... The next day, I hear probably the best story that I've ever created in my life. And I will tell it to you now. Apparently, what had happened was Brian started boning Super Whore Girl. Can I call her that? Is that wrong? In the comments below, let me know if it's wrong to call a Super Whore Girl Super Whore Girl. He started doing stuff with her sexually. Yeah, he had to take a shit. He's like, oh god, I've been so sick. I gotta take a shit. So he goes into the bathroom, and she follows him into the bathroom, and she's like, let me suck your dick while you're taking a shit. And he's like, no, obviously. Obviously no is the answer. Because what? It is going to smell like shit. And I don't want you to smell my shit, so no. But of course, I mean, a girl can only say, let me suck your dick like 4 times. And then you're gonna let her. So he just is shitting, and she's just blah, 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 sucking that dick. It's a blumpkin, y'all. Raymond was apparently a little bit jealous of the blumpkin action. And Raymond was like, what about me? There is one less girl than there are dudes here, and that sucks. And so he's like, dude, you're already boning one of us. Why don't you just suck my dick? And she's like, I don't know, I don't want to be a whore. And he's like, well, no, totally, no, nobody's gonna think you're a whore, it's fine. Oh, well then I guess I'll suck your dick. Everybody in the house told everybody else the next day that when Brian decided to finish, not only did he finish, but he also went, oh! He says that he was faking so that he could just stop. I don't believe that for a fucking second. I think that he really OO'd all up in that bitch. And I think he's lucky that he didn't get her pregnant. In fact, I distinctly remember that later that week he's like, I don't know, I probably have a kid now, so I guess that's just my life. I guess I just have a kid now for some random girl that I just met. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that he OO'd all up in that shit. Everybody was there for the same reason. Nobody came there thinking, oh, I hope that nobody wants me sexually when I get there. Everybody showed up thinking, I want to get me some dick, or I want to get me some vagina. And I was merely the person who said, hey, we're all here for the same reason. Just saying. And I think it worked out pretty well. All of my friends got laid. Okay, love you, bye! As I forgot to grab a fork. You know, fuck you, I'm making a video! God damn it! Okay, love you, bye. Okay, love you, bye. Okay, love you, bye!